Hi everyone, congratulations if you are preparing for any promotion exam. Okay, even if you're in civil service, you're in the private sector, if you're preparing for any professional exams at all, I think that's a better word for it. So I want to say congratulations because we are going to be teaching you how to prepare for these exams using ChatGPT and Notebook LM. So I'll get down to business. So the first thing you're going to do is to upload your documents. Okay, every document you have for the exams. So in this case, I have the syllabus. That's one of the documents I have. So I'm going to upload it here. And then I also have the past questions and answers. So these are past questions and answers. They are very important. I don't have more than this because I'm not a civil servant. But if you have 10 past questions, okay, you can prompt it in a way to ask it to identify patterns, okay, and set reoccurring questions and tell you if they're always reoccurring. The ones that have reoccurred in the past 10 years, in the past 5 years, in the past, to group it like that so it can help you prepare better. Okay. Sorry, just experienced a cough. All right, so I'll get down to business and ask ChatGPT to make the best out of what I just uploaded. So I'm going to say act as a, let's say, senior Nigerian civil service promotion examiner, right? With, let's say, over 25 years experience. All right. So if you are writing, let's say you can also do the same thing. Okay, but in this case, I'm saying civil service, okay, with over 25 years experience. Then ChatGPT can also move beyond the scope of this uploaded document. So I'm going to say this, okay, I didn't space here, but it's not important. Okay, use only the uploaded documents, okay. All right, so I was asked it to, okay, one. So if you are on ChatGPT and you want to say one, don't just press enter. It's going to just assume you are done. So you press shift, enter. So it will give you the next space, the backspace, and then you can press your one. And okay, so let's say one, break down the syllables. Let's say break down the syllables. Okay, and let's say rank topics. Okay, so I can say rank topics, okay, by exam frequency. Is very important. Okay, the reason for this is because I want it to, so remember shift enter, right? So I can put my two. Okay, so I can ask it to, because I want it to identify okay, this is very important. Okay, okay, so enter. So all right, Okay, so I asked you to explain difficult areas simply. Okay, context. All right, so all right. All right, so once I have this, don't mind my civil service. I say civil service. All right, so fine. I'll enter and see what it will give me. Okay, so once I have this, I see I will proceed strictly as this. So now, just see this, telling me this appears almost every year. Okay. All right, I understand it doesn't have much to reference, right? But sometimes it can also go back to the web and then check. Okay, that's why the more we have, the merrier. Okay, if we have more, we can upload 10 past questions and ask it to go back and check. Okay, so, and then look at these general orders, blah blah blah, high frequency. This appears very often. Okay, sometimes alternating yearly, right? So you can see this moderate frequency. So you know, once you are preparing for your civil service exam, you prioritize this very high frequency. Make sure you always know every very high frequency, and then an high frequency. Okay, so you are permitted to forget a bit of this, but you must know everything here. All right, so the repeated themes, you have this and all. So these are just the ways to prepare. So once you have this now, you can look at your materials based on it. Okay, so I can ask it to go ahead and predict likely questions for your next promotion exam. So if I have so many, I can ask it to predict likely questions. Okay, I can ask it to do a dream mock exam. If I can just paste, copy this to, and if I can copy this tree, okay, and bam, and then I will expect it to do all. Okay, good. Now just look at this now. So this is define misconduct and serious misconduct. Okay, define misconduct and serious misconduct. Boom. Mention 10 acts that constitute serious misconduct. So it's just telling you maybe these are very, very important in the exams. So this is just the way it is setting all these exams, right? So once you have all this, good, I can come up to say, okay, I can respond to this and then ask it to explain the part that I'm missing, the parts I'm not getting. Okay, can create a flashcard, memorable answers only. I can ask it to just develop, explain the course, explain the course, the entire course, the entire course. Okay, one topic at a time, underlining the difficulty. Okay, no, the frequent, the very frequent, and all. So fine, so it can come up and explain this also. Okay, so this is the entire course. I will not rush. Okay, fine, I don't want you to rush. All right, so this is what it's telling us. Okay, public civil service rules is explaining everything. Okay, so these are very, very important, and it's explaining it in a concise format. It's not bothering me with so many notes. Okay, so I just know what I am supposed to do. Just look at it. Ensure uniformity in the service promotion. Just bullet points. Okay, because you're a civil servant, you should know all this. Okay, now if you are writing any of this promotional exam, maybe if you feel this one is not deep enough, okay, you can tell me. And if you have any of the materials, you can also let me know. I can make a video, okay, about it. Yeah, I'll make a video about it. So the aim of this course is to enable you prepare for your exams and ace it, okay, without stress. Okay, we don't want any of our students to sweat. Okay, and if you've not attended any of our course, this is the time to do so. Okay, you're going to learn a lot more from this. Imagine this is the free version, right? We are just giving you all this free. Now imagine if you were to attend the course, so you're going to gain a lot more. So this is it on ChatGPT, how to prepare for civil service exam using ChatGPT. I'm also going to explain how you can prepare for exams using your notebook LM. Okay, if you have any questions, you can drop it on the comment, but see you in the notebook LM. Thank you. Now for Google Notebook LM, okay, you can access it. You can go to your URL, okay, on any of the browser you use. I just type notebook LM. Okay, I have it already. So just come here and then I'll wait. Maybe the internet is a bit slow. Okay. It's taking too much time. Okay, I'm going to pause this video now. I'll pause the video so it can come up. All right. Okay, so we have it here. So when you have your notebook, you can come down here. You see the previous things I've done. Okay, so if you have any one you've done before, you can have them here. Then if you want to create a new one, you can click create new, and bam, it will take you here. Good. So when it takes you here, if you have any file you want to upload, you come down here, click on it. Like in this case, civil service past questions and answers, civil service syllabus, we can upload them here. But I'm not going to be doing that because I already have it uploaded, because it takes time for it to propagate. Okay, for it to read everything, analyze it, make sense of it, it takes time. So I don't want to bore you with that, so I will cancel. Another thing that is here is your website, so you can upload your URLs. Okay, if you click on it, you can upload a link to any website you have here. All right, you can also go to your drive. Okay, you can go to your drive, your Google Drive. Okay, and so you just click upload from a source. Okay, takes us back. If it is drive, you go down here. All right, so let's go down. Let's see, copy text. So if you have the text you want to copy, and then you can have it here, and then boom, you click on this place. So good. All right, so we don't want to do any of this, so I'm going to cancel this and come down here because I've already done that. Okay, so if you are able to add this, you want to add another, just look at this plus sign and add sources. Fine, you click on it and it will take us to this same interface. Okay, the place we were before, it will take us there. So if you have this, you can also make reference to certain websites. Okay, it will take you there. And then if it is anything you want to search, and then if you want it to, let me explain something, the difference between your ChatGPT and your notebook LM, right? For your ChatGPT, by default, even if you've uploaded material, it uses that material as a guide. Okay, but it will take information, it will pull data from other sources, external sources, add it to the material, and sometimes it can be a problem, okay, because it will be getting data and going out of the scope of your material. If you want it to confine itself to that material, that's why if you notice the prompt on ChatGPT, you will notice when I always say restrict yourself to this material, confine yourself to the content I uploaded, to the document I uploaded. Okay, because I don't just want it to wander. Okay, now back to this. But for notebook LM, by default, it confines itself to that material. But maybe the material I have, I've exhausted it, and this or is not enough. I can click on this. Okay, it will research deeply and go a little bit beyond the scope of the material, okay, or the material uploaded. So fine, now that we understand what this interface is all about, I'm going to exit this, and then this gives you an overview of what you just uploaded. Okay, so these materials offer a comprehensive guide to Nigerian public servants, blah blah blah. So you can have it here. Okay, I want to explain what I have here. So for this audio overview, I'll just explain the important ones, right? For the audio overview, you can listen to the same uploaded material like a podcast. Okay, for the video, you can watch it like a slide, okay, PowerPoint slide, presentation or slides. Okay, so you have your flashcards, just to ask you some questions, like in theory of the material you've uploaded. Okay, you do all this when you finish studying the material, and then you listen to the audio, you watch the video, then you can go on for the flashcard, for the quiz, for the infographics, and the likes. Okay, now here you can ask key questions. Okay, what are the key difference between misconduct and general inefficiency? Boom, how can I effectively prepare for the Compro open book exams? I don't know what it is. Explain the diverse roles of Nigeria's different paramilitary service departments. You can have that. In addition to this, you can also ask your own questions. Okay, I can't even think of an intelligent question now. Let me see. Let me just get a question from here. Okay, for many of these questions I have here. Okay, let's see. Just give me some time. And I also want you to know that, look, you should be looking at both ChatGPT and Notebook LM. So the fact that you are doing your revision with ChatGPT or with Notebook doesn't mean you can't transfer information from Notebook to your ChatGPT. Okay, so let me just put this, okay, and see what it will tell us here. Your Notebook, bam. So I'm going to send it and see. So it will search the document. Okay, so good, you can see this, right? So dismissal, termination of appointment, resignation, retirement, absconding. Oh, people abscond from the civil service. Interesting. Okay, so fine. So you can see it's concise. So you can pick questions. You can ask it any question. So it's like the difference between this and your material is it is alive. It's like your material talking to you. And I mean it in literal sense. And we are going to do that now. Remember, I explained something about audio overview, right? So let's come down to it. So we'll click on this now. We're going to notice the audio. It will look like a podcast. So two people discussing the civil service. Okay, it's taking time for it to come up. Okay, maybe network or something. It's taking time for it to come up. So let me just want to refresh this page. So let's see. Refreshing the page. Okay, so we have our audio here. Okay.
The results determine your promotion, your salary, and whether you get to keep your government pension 30 years from now.
All right, so they're just discussing your handout. They're discussing your material. They're discussing whatever you've uploaded. Same thing with the question, same thing with everything. I'm going to explain the importance of this, okay? So I'm going to stop this now because we can't listen to the 15 minutes audio. So I'll pause this now, and then you can look at your video overview. Oh, I've already done that. So let's look at our video overview. Just hope the network will allow us to do this. Good. We have our video overview here.
Welcome to The Explainer.
So we have
if you're
this.
A public servant in Nigeria,
So it's a slide. Okay, similar to your uploaded document, but like a presentation. Okay, so you have it here. That's your video overview.
We're going to break down the playbook to help you absolutely
Okay, so fine.
So that exam is on the horizon.
So this is just a single person presenting, okay? But whereas the audio, you have 2 or 3 people discussing about the same topic. That's why I said it's a podcast. But this one is just a single, just an individual explaining. So good. We don't have all the time now. So I want to go on to explain other things here that are very, very important. Okay, so you have your video, you have your audio, you have your, okay, let's see. So you can just look at the presentations also. This is a slide. This is like the slide of a presentation. So it does, you can go through it. Okay, it's your compro exam. So boom, the rules of engagement, logistic, blah 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 blah. All right, so you can come down here and let's see the quiz. Okay, let's look at the flashcards. Let's look at the flashcards. I think due to the network, it's taking too much time. It's not supposed to, but it's taking time. So I'm going to pause this now until it comes up. I refresh and then it comes up. Okay, so fine, we have it here. So this is it here. Okay, so you can have, okay, which one is this? Define national promotion. What authority is responsible for appointment to federal civil service grade level 01 to 06? I don't know. Who gives you the final approval for appointments of blah blah blah? So fine, you have it here, right? So you can also go on for the quiz. So let's take a look at the quiz. So boom, just wait for it. Just wait for it. Sometimes these things will take time because it's going to read everything, make sense of it, and set questions on it. So it's taking time, but just wait for it. Okay. So these are so many things you can do using your notebook LM. Now, okay, fine. We have our quiz here. So so let's assume I just want to pick answer at random. Okay. So once I do this, I can click on explain. Boom, and then it will explain why I got this wrong. Okay, to explain why I got it wrong, and then it will highlight the right answer. So just look at this. Your answer was incorrect because according to the sources, the specific characteristic of the scenario, blah blah blah. You can see this, right? So it will explain everything to me. Okay, so I can go on. I'll just pick answers at random. I'll guess. That's why you shouldn't guess. That's why it's very important to do what? To study materials. See, all the ones I've been guessing them wrong. So, and I've done like how many already? And I'm just guessing though. So imagine if I don't know this, I'm just guessing. I'll just fail this exam woefully. You know, somebody's father failing exam this way. Oh, finally I got something correct. So this is what you score when you guess. Now 1/15. You get me? So I got one correct and then I flunked 14. Now, okay, so it will give you all this. So you can go ahead and ask it to analyze the ones you failed and all. But now, see what I meant by combining both ChatGPT and the study materials. Now, okay, let me just do this. I'll copy this, go to ChatGPT, and ask it to explain it to me. Okay, let's see what it will tell us now. This in simple words. Okay, boom, bam, I've sent, and then here is the explanation. Okay, your answer was marked wrong because, no, don't tell me why I didn't study. You don't have to rub it on my face. So good. Now we have an officer is moved up on paper, blah blah blah. So he's explaining it. Okay, so you can combine both the ChatGPT and your notebook LM. Now, I want you to understand something. Okay, I will always say this. There's a way the human brain works. Okay, so you don't store information like a container, and the brain will just be storing every information and then retrieving it at will. No, the brain filters the information that are important and then it stores it. If it thinks it's not important, it will leave it. If it's important, it will store it. So that's why you see that guy that is not doing well in school. Okay, but if you ask that same person, if the person is not impaired in any way, if you ask that same person what happened in a game, let's say 1980 in Nigeria, whatever, the years of the Segun Odegbamis, he will remember it. But if you ask him 1 plus 2, he will say it's 50. He doesn't know it. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating now. But the point here is the brain picks what is important to him or her and then filter out things that are not important. So if you have your material only, let me tell you what will happen. You are going to study it. The second time you study it, you will not be as excited as the first time. Okay, so your brain will go into sleep mode, will not comprehend everything. So some of the things you did not even understand in the first one, you may still not understand it in the second time. Okay, so it's like watching football the first time, coming again to watch football. But the reason why you remember your football is because you watch football, you listen to the analysis about the football, you read about the football, you on social media you look at the football, then you look at the highlights on TV. So you are tuning your brain, telling your brain that look, anything related to football is important. Store it, store it, store it. And the brain will end up storing, whatever information you have about football. Okay, the same thing with this. You have your material, you are going to study your material. Fine. After studying your material, maybe even study your quiz and the likes, but you put it on ChatGPT and then you study it from there, different context, different angle. Boom, you take it down to notebook LM and then you have you listen to the podcast. Boom, you watch the slides. Okay, boom, the presentation. Boom, then you look at your flashcard. Boom, your quiz. Boom. So you are studying this material from different angle. That's like 7D study. Okay, and there's this theory that if you study something 7 times, the brain is likely to store that information, increases it by a number of percentage. I can't remember. Okay, so that's the angle of this to this whole thing I'm doing here, is to enable you study this material from different angles, so at the end of the day you can just have your best. Okay, so is I wish you ace all your exams without sweating too much. Okay, you're going to work hard, but you work hard in a very, very good direction. So I want to wish you all the best. Okay, if you want me to go through maybe any of this, so just let me know and feed me with the materials. Okay, I'm going to do justice to that. My name is Kelechi Nkwacha. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye for now.